Hey everybody, welcome to Staring Down the Darkness. I'm Danny. And first of all, I just want to start off by saying thank you to everyone for their love and support after my last video. For those of you who didn't see it, I was showing you what withdrawal looked like because I had been without my medicine for a few days and was starting to go through withdrawal symptoms on top of excessive depression and fatigue. And so I was not in a good place. And you guys have been really sweet to offer your love and support on that. I do have my medicine in me. I am feeling much better than I was. I'm going through now what I would call just exhaustion from depression. And it's weird because it's not like typical exhaustion. Depression can give you different types of exhaustion. Some people just can't do anything, and I've had my periods of that as well. And then sometimes, like this time, it's specific things. So I save up every bit of energy I have to go to work and work the full shift and deal with people and deal with the responsibilities that I'm given at work. And then when I get home, anything else it feels like it's just unbearable, undoable. I need to do my laundry. I'm almost out of clean underwear, and I need to do my laundry. But, thinking about it, gathering it up, putting it in the washer, putting it in the dryer, putting another load in the washer, folding the dry clothes and putting them away. I know a lot of people, that last part, the folding and putting away, is the big deal. And, every bit of that right now just sounds like, it's a major task. And getting myself motivated to start is hard. There are dishes in the sink that need to be washed. I gotta sometime take care of that. But again, washing them, sitting them out to dry, and then, putting them away, it just feels like it would take all day. And these are not difficult tasks. These are tasks that I do usually without any issues. But right now, I think I'm so used up by going through withdrawal, and having such a bad episode that my energy is coming back, my motivation is coming back very little trickles at a time, very little bit at a time. And so what that means is, I use that up when I'm at work because I got to make money to pay the bills. And then when I get home, there's nothing left, and everything else seems like it's just this major endeavor that I can't ever get myself to start. I don't feel exhausted physically. I feel exhausted mentally, and that's where that motivation has to come from. And so, the mental aspect of it is just, you think about it and you think, God, it's so much. And your brain's telling you it's so hard. And these are things that are not hard. These are things that you do all the time. But your brain tells you, oh my God, give yourself a break. You just worked, and this is so much more than you need to do. You can't do that right now. And then so we end up putting it off, and then it gets worse. And the more we put it off, the worse it gets, the more the dishes stack up, the more the laundry piles up. And now it seems like an even greater task to do. So that's kind of the point I'm at right now. I'm still trying to get my motivation and my energy back, my mental energy back. It's a slow process. I'm trying my best, but it really does take time, and you need to give yourself that time sometimes to just fill back up. There was I don't know how many of you folks know who Dick Cavett is. Dick Cavett was a famous talk show host back in the 60s and 70s, and I think he even had a show on PBS in the 80s. He was very famous in his time, and he interviewed all the major stars of the time, some of the greatest actors, musicians, and all of the time. And he came out within the past 10 years or so. He's come out and talked about having depression. And I think he even wrote a book about it. And he said that somebody asked him what the exhaustion of depression was like. And he said, imagine laying in a room on a bed, and on the night table next to the bed is a button you could push to make everything better, and not having the energy, the motivation, or the inclination to reach over and mash that button. You just feel paralyzed. And he also talked about one of his heroes was the actor Laurence Olivier. Sir Laurence Olivier was one of the great Shakespearean actors, and really one of the great actors of the mid to late 20th century. And he got the chance to interview he and his wife, and he said, I should have been excited. It should have been the greatest day of my life to be able to interview Lord Olivier and his wife. And he said, I was so depressed that I could barely get through the interview. So this is how depression can sap that motivation, can sap your joy, can sap your energy. So I'm fighting through that right now. And if you're fighting through that too, hang in there. It'll get better. It'll come back. Sometimes it's a couple of days. Sometimes it's a week. But you just got to try to motivate, try to find that motivation to try to come back a little bit more every day. And, I just really wanted to take this time to let you guys know I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. And I'm getting better. And I got more videos coming. I apologize it's been so long in between videos, but that's not going to happen much. If it does, it's a depression thing, and typically I'll try to fight through it for you guys and be here for you. But I want you guys to know you matter. I want you guys to know that you are not alone. This kind of thing happens, and we fight it together, because at the end of the day, we're all we got. And we are warriors. We are fighters, and we will get through it. And if we have to fight every day of our life, we'll fight every day of our life, because this world needs light. There's plenty of darkness out there. There's plenty of bad guys. There's plenty of villains. There's plenty of people who don't care about each other out there, who only care about themselves, or only wish to do what's best for them, or who only wish to do what's best for their particular cause, whatever that is. And what we have to do is we have to counteract that darkness with our light. We have to be the kind of people who are there for each other. We have to be the kind of people who can smile, as hard as it is, at somebody who's down. We have to be the kind of people who, offer a hug or an embrace or a handshake or a pat on the back or, a kiss on the cheek, whatever it takes to make somebody feel a little bit better. We got to be the kind of people that can just, out of the blue, for no good reason other than bringing light, make somebody smile, pay somebody a compliment, open the door, ask somebody about their day, compliment somebody's hat or their earrings or their shirt or something, but just make somebody better, make somebody feel better, help somebody if they need it, pass that light along. This is why we matter. There's too much darkness out here, and we need to be the light that drives that darkness away. You matter. Every single one of you. Because without you, that light is less bright. We need you. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe right down there below. Hit the bell for notifications of future videos. There will be future videos, I promise. And just hang in there. Fight hard and bring the light. I'll see you soon.